Hello and welcome everybody to the Gokhshtein Media Late Night News. I'm Ross Macdonald and this is Akil Patterson, and welcome to the show.
What's going on, Ross? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Lots of news, lots of exciting stuff happening out there.
Absolutely. So, as we say on my weekly updates, let's get to it, right?
Absolutely.
Well, first things first, Elon Musk has come through with a $44 billion bid to purchase Twitter. And guess what? They have accepted his bid offer. So Elon Musk will be taking Twitter private, and they have stopped and frozen all abilities to purchase the stock on the market. So congratulations, Elon Musk. But that has me worried on so many other levels, though. And I'm a realist, Ross. Well, so I appreciate him wanting to improve the platform as a whole. That is, we've all said, Twitter needs work. And him as improving the platform as a whole. But this notion of free speech for a global, like it's a global app, right? For a global app and trying to monitor and mandate it and trying to, let people, quote unquote, have free speech. It's very difficult considering that, some countries have limited speech. Some people are under Sharia law. Other people have, here in the United States, specifically, we have what is called hate speech, which is not protected speech at all. And most people don't understand what hate speech actually entails. So when you're talking about, hey, everyone should have free speech, we're getting into some murky waters where a lot of people just don't understand the dichotomy of it. And I honestly feel as though it's a good, bad thing. Like I said, I want him to be successful at improving the platform, but I just says there's just too many nuances that we have to look into. And at the end of the day, I'm still going to use a platform. I like it, but I don't want the craziness to come back because I don't want this to end up like Facebook.
Yeah, that's true. Facebook's awful, just in my opinion. But with freedom of speech, it's almost like when you have a corporation, like you have a smaller corporation like Gokhshtein Media, it's manageable. You can manage everything. After you get over a certain size, you turn into the villain no matter what, in my opinion. In some ways, you can't always control everything. And then the same thing with one of the largest social media platforms on the planet. It's a no-win situation if you want to actually encourage freedom of speech. Like they're gonna have to hire tens of thousands of people to babysit that, and like we can't even keep up with bots right now. Like it's horrific.
Well, most of the engagement is it's I'm sorry, I just saw that somebody dropped their phone in the sink.
That's a team member. That was dumb.
We're sitting here having a serious discussion. He dropped his phone in the sink. I'm sorry. But yeah, I guess ultimately this is up to Elon Musk and his team. Hopefully they do right by the community and by the world. But again, I err on the side of caution when I'm looking at these perspectives, mainly because I know that it's too difficult to try to like police Twitter as it is. Hopefully the crazies don't come out too much. That's all I can say.
What about the fun side of things? Elon does like to do crazy fun things. So people are commenting today, we're going to see Twitter cryptocurrency, its own token. That'll be fun. Also, what if Elon Musk says, you know what? Free flamethrowers for everybody. Could be anything like that. The Boring Company, right? I'll take one.
Well, I don't know if I'll take a free flamethrower, but I definitely would love to see maybe him not even have a Twitter token and just use Doge. Because he's been a huge Doge supporter. I'm okay with that.
It'll be involved somewhere.
Yeah.
He'll at
So,
least test it out or do something with it. I'm sure once he gets the reins of things, there'll be some cool announcements, and I'm sure it'll make some great news that we'll be discussing here. So I'm looking
well,
forward to it.
well, let's move on to some great news. And the great news is happening. Well, actually, there's bad news and there's good news. There's bad news. The bad news is that this morning, Bored Ape Yacht Club Telegram, or I'm sorry, not Telegram, but Instagram was hacked, and about 6 or 7 Bored Apes were stolen, which is to the tune of about $4 to $5 million, which is kind of on the low end when it comes to theft, because Axie Infinity, as we said before, lost almost an astonishing $600 million a week ago, and the only people that have been able to find any money was Binance. So losing $4 to $5 million because of a hack, it does suck for Bored Ape Yacht Club, members, or at least those people that did lose theirs, and hopefully they'll be able to get them back. But on the good news, Bored Ape Yacht Club, as of Saturday, began asking people to KYC. Now, after the KYC has been completed, they have announced that this Friday, they will now start selling land on the other side, which actually sits as their project in the metaverse. So the other side land will be going on sale, and the only way to buy it is if you've got Ape token. That's right. The Ape coin is going to be used only to purchase this land, and estimates are saying that it'll go for about 600 Ape, which would be roughly about $1,000 per plot of land. So congratulations
so cheap.
to everybody. Oh, for now. I mean, because it's only a few people that have access to it.
That's true. But as a starting point, I think that's fantastic. Especially with the partnership that they have in their video, bringing in all the other NFT platforms that they really like. Love that.
You think it's going to last? Do you think it's going to take off? I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've thought that the Ape coin was going to be maybe a $30 coin, but at this rate, it could go up to, as DG was saying, $100 easily.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Absolutely. Yep.
And the resale value.
So what's next on the what's next on the news? What other NFT news do we have?
Well, we've got weird NFT news now. Yesterday, Moonbirds, one of their co-founders, I think his name was Ryan, backed out of the project and announced that he was launching his own venture capital firm. So effectively taking the money from Moonbirds, or at least a portion of it made, and starting his own VC. The Moonbird community was up in arms originally. Kevin Rose went on and said he thinks it's a good thing. Unfortunately, I was listening to the entire space that they held yesterday, and I will say from the bottom of my heart, these guys don't know diddly about NFTs or crypto. At one point, one person even said, and I kid you not, Ross, one person said, man, this is like Doge, and just like we're building with Doge, we're gonna build with this. And I just kind of stopped and I go, well, nobody with a clear sense of integrity in the NFT space would have compared Dogecoin to an NFT. I've never heard of a developer. I've never heard anybody with a sense of moral upbringing or class compare the same thing. So I honestly have to say that Moonbirds, it sounds like it was just a bunch of VCs, a bunch of rich individuals, corporations that bought into it because they see something else on the other side. But this isn't for the NFT space. This is 100% VCs, corporate donors, big money coming in. And between Proof and those guys, I'm just going to humbly say it. Moonbirds is probably not going to survive in this space as long as most people think. But I've been proven wrong before, and I hope I am.
They had such a quick amount of growth to their platform. And then I think when I was listening to that Spaces event as well, what they said was people were like, hold on, they started a fund on the side Did you hear that part? And they were taking massive amounts of money for like this VC fund on the side of Moonbirds to do more things. And it's like, hold on, you haven't even figured out Moonbirds yet. Like, you haven't even stabilized this project, and you're just gonna pile as much money as you can into people's hands. And you had people in that discussion, and they're like, well, we don't know anything about NFTs, but we have money. And I'm like, this is a horrific scenario. Scary stuff, in my opinion. I think I saw you, Tammy, Michelle, a whole bunch of other people from our community all sitting in there listening. And I'm like, can we like do the Muppet meme where he's like looking out of the corner of his eyes? I was like, this is crazy.
It was a crazy space, Ross. And again, I felt as though it was one of those moments where I was like, this is truly surreal. And let me apologize to everybody. There's a plumber doing work next door, so sorry if you heard that. But it is a crazy scenario when people who know nothing about this space have come in, and all they can say is, I have money and we're ready to do something. That's not how you learn. I mean, there's two ways to learn in this space. You either learn a lot or you lose a lot. Some of us have done both. Some of us have lost quite significantly, and some of us have just learned a lot. And what I mean by learn is that we are diving into white papers. We are searching online. We are talking to people. We are getting background information. To do one of our news articles or to anything that we do here at G Media takes a massive amount of effort on our team's part. So we're not just bringing you guys any catch-all news that we just found out. We're going as deep as we possibly can. And to know that there are going to be people exposed us to significant losses because they just think that because this is a high-priced NFT, it's going to have the same effect as something like Bored Ape Yacht Club, which Bored Ape Yacht Club is a brand at this point, a very good brand, solid brand, and lucrative brand that has been scaling up for at least the last year. Moonbirds, I hope they succeed because I want everyone in the space to win. But at the end of the day, if these VCs came in and they just pumped a bunch of money behind this thing, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be left hurting. But won't be one of them.
They're trying to clone They're trying to clone what BayC has done. They're putting the same business model on there, where you've got the collectible, you've got events, you've got a private community. There isn't a lot of innovation there. I hope that if they've got all this cash flow, that they can do something innovative and something that, you know, other projects haven't seen. Otherwise, you know, it's not looking good. But we wish them the best. You know, we don't want people to have things fail, but be warned, do your own research, people. Mm-hmm. That's what we always tell our community, even with our own sponsors, every project we work with, do your own research, make your own decisions, and hopefully everything pans out well for everybody.
Go right on. Well, honestly, that's about all the news we have for today, folks. We wanted to keep this short and to the point. We want to make sure that you, the consumer at home, understands that we're here for you. So join us probably tomorrow. But remember, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is he back online on Wednesday, right? 9 p.m. Gokhshtein Unchained?
Is David Unfiltered? Gokhshtein Unfiltered. We'll be back Wednesday.
Unfiltered. All right, 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Gokhshtein Unfiltered returns. And as always, have a great day and an even better tomorrow.